From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Vulcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
Good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Friday, April 16th, 2021 edition of Nevermind the Furthermore with me, Brian K. Morris. How the heck are you? Hope everything's going well on this Fri-YAY. All right, we're going to make this a Fri-YAY, not just a Friday, because we got a great weekend coming up. At least I do. I hope you do too. Anyway, thank you for being here. We want to thank Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this episode. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you because it matters to your customers. That's what makes them customers. A beautiful cover, and Jeffrey Hayes can do that for you. Just go to plasmafiregraphics.com. Also, Plasma Fire Graphics on Facebook. You'll be glad you did, and it's very affordable. It is Big 3 quality at indie publisher prices. So please contact Jeffrey Hayes for more details. And we want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a service where for a modest monthly fee, or a stipend, I should say, or a contribution, however you want to justify it to yourself. Anyway, you can support your favorite creators directly and take a look at the wonderful people who support us and for which we are grateful. This show exists in a large part because of these wonderful people, so please thank them when you see them. Anyway, please go to Patreon at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris for more details about what you can get, not just a mention in all of our broadcasts and our publications, but other cool stuff like our works in progress, including the brand new book, The Terrors, coming out later this year, with a great cover by Jeffrey Hayes. And let's see, and we are powered by the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Please check out our shows. We've got you covered for entertainment and information 7 days a week. And today is going to be one of our packed days. Yes, indeed. After we go off the air here, you've got about 6 hours. And then at 6 p.m., you're going to go drinking with the Davies as Ted and Chris Davies take a look at the drink, The White Russian. All right, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that myself. At 7 p.m. is Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles. Always a great show where she talks about her rise in the creative industry and how she's going to get out of her job. And if you follow her examples, you might make your creativity your plan A. So please check that out. Then at 8 p.m., the crowning jewel of this broadcast network. No, it's not me. Of course, it's not me. It's the Historical Fencing Guild with Nicholas Anthony Tockert, the one, the only. Please check that show out. It is a great reference show on combat, delivered with high energy, high fun, a lot of enthusiasm. So please check that out tonight on YouTube. It is a great show. We love it. Also, don't forget to Saturday night at 11 p.m. will be Stupid O'Clock, the late night edition. And then Sunday at 10 p.m. will be Comics, Chaos, and More with the lovely and delightful Heather Ellen. So please check that show out. If you like this one, you can put in your plugs, pretend it's a power strip, and you can get your stuff mentioned on the air. So thank you to everyone who's watching that. And now let's get to your comments. And we've got some lively people. Who's first? It's Teresa Dunn calling in from YouTube. Good morning, Brian. Last night's show went quite well. I was very proud of you. Teresa had a fantastic show yesterday with the charming and delightful Lacey Lemke, and I think it came off very well. You did a super job. And last night was just a great night of broadcasting, period, on the Rising Tide Network. Proud of Amy and John Hale. Proud of us, Stupid O'Clock last night. Proud of me. We had a really good show on Comic Book Spectrum last night, and we hope everyone catches it on the rerun because it really was a fun show. Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt he's gonna play some golf. Good. Someone please share the stream to the madness when it starts. Thank you. Well, you can always do it later. We'll get you on the reruns. Thank you, Pops, for sharing us. And please check out the crawl at the bottom. If you like any part of the show, please give it a like if you're on Facebook. Give it a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Also, please give the pages that host us, please give them a like and follow them too as a thank you for carrying our show. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, because when you do, an angel gets its wings. All right. And Carl Wisman, good to see you. Good morning, everyone. Carl, are we having a green room tonight? If so, I'm going to try to be there. I really am. And hello, all, says Carly. Mwah, glad to see you. And always glad to see Molly Daniels. Mwah, darling, how you doing? Good morning. Due to allergy season, my voice is still MIA, and the kids rejoice. Yeah. I've got to say that today's going to be a little, today's going to be a strain. I got my second COVID shot yesterday. And like all the kids are doing, let me cover up the part that has my personal information on it. But see, I got it, and got the second shot. And true to what they told me for the first one, I'm having a reaction. I am weak as a kitten right now. I really am. I feel like I could sleep another 12 hours. And I am we went out this morning for coffee, and I got pretty quickly winded, so it's working. Go, little nanite buddies, go turn me into a 5G hotspot and cure me of the My Sharona Miley Cyrus, and I won't be a part of the Peter Pandemic anymore. So anyway, so if I pass out in the middle of the show, I'll be fine. I did have some symptoms yesterday. I was telling Clyde Hall and Eric Hawkins and Brian Robin on on the pre-show last night for Comic Book Spectrum, that about 10 minutes after I got the shot, my left arm felt numb, and the left side of my face went numb. Either it's the nanites working on me, or I'm having a stroke. I don't know which one. But no, I'm fine, because after an ibuprofen and some coffee, I was right as rain. We're working on the second cup of coffee right now, even as we speak. So we'll get that in. But anyway, Molly, I hope you get feeling better fast. I hope your voice comes back, because I know you loves your karaoke. And Skunk Rocker, good to see you here, brother. Morning, everyone. Nevermorian and Brian. Today's Random Weird Fact is brought to you by Stupid O'Clock, the only show that not only asks why and why not, but also asks if you have extra toilet paper. Thank you. That's very important. And I'm Brian K. Morris, and I approve this message. And allergies, I got you. Same here, Paul and Beth. Yeah. And putting on my like before I forget again. Thank you. Thank you so much, Carl. And thank you to the 9 people who have responded to us on Facebook with your love from Bill Sarden, Brian Robin, Tyrone Jr.com, and Keisha Acuff. Thank you all for the love, and thank you all for the like. Stephanie Downer Hayes, Joe McKeel, Kathy Jackson, Amy Hale, and Donna Carlene. Amy, I saw you had a PM for me. I will answer that after the show. Thank you all for your reactions, and it is greatly appreciated. Please share if you would, please. And we'd love to share Jeffrey Hayes with y'all. Happy Falcon and the Winter Soldier Friday. See, there is a reason to rejoice. Nevermorians, make it a great weekend, and check out PlasmaFireGraphics.com. Jeffrey, I hope you have a great weekend, my brother. Good to see you here, and good to see you, Cameron Christopher Payne, on Facebook. How are you doing this morning? Oh, and by the way, if you're on my page on Facebook, I am monitoring that to see if let's see, I'm going to refresh that. If your comments are not coming through on my personal page, go to either the Rising Tide Publications page or the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page or the Kathy Jackson's Books on Facebook. I've been having trouble seeing comments on my profile page. So if I don't read your comment, I'm not ignoring you. It's Facebook. Facebook has done something. I don't trust them. Anyway, so let's see. We'll just wait for that to fully refresh. Anyway, let's move on. The Skunk Rocker has more to say. I'm glad to hear that. In Japan's drift racing culture, the vehicles have to be able to get to the track somehow. It was a very popular option to use vans, specifically Dodge Ram vans. Once one of the owners of these vans decided to modify his to be a race van. The idea caught on, and now Ram van drift racing is now an actual thing in Japan. That sounds like fun. I mean, drift racing is kind of interesting in a hazardous, we're about to die sort of way, but I'd love to see that with a van. That is great. Thank you for sharing it, Mr. Skunk Rocker. Sir, check out the Skunk Rocker on Stupid O'Clock Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. And good morning to Ted Davies Artistry. Ted, hope you're having a great day. Love to you and Chrissy. Hope all is well. And Keisha A-Cup, hello, darlings. Hello to you, sweetheart. Mwah. Good to see you here. And good to see Amy Hale. Mwah. As always, thank you for being here. And check out Creative as Hale last night on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Check and please subscribe to her channel because she deserves it. And Luke Stone, good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Luke. Luke, I got my copies of Hybrids #7. It is pretty. I love it. Love the patch. That is so cool. Anyway, please check out what Luke's got going. Luke, if you got any Indiegogo or anything happening, I know you've got another issue coming up. Please leave links, my brother. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. Keisha, you're here. You've got it off to a great start. Thank you, darling, for being here. Love you. And hashtag free Joe Dog for live streaming 3 more days. The return will be at 6 p.m. Sunday for a 1-hour special edition of Stupid O'Clock. Do not miss the opening. I will have to endeavor to be there. That sounds like it could be volcanic. I like that. Yes. For those of you who are unaware of the saga of Joe Dog's suffering here, Joe Dog posted a NASA project that somehow the bots deemed was violent. Probably because there was fire and explosions and stuff. It's a rocket that's going to move a multi-ton payload into the upper atmosphere. Of course, there's going to be fire. But anyway, Joe Dog got a 30-day suspension from live broadcasting on the Book of Faces. Fortunately, that's why we've got YouTube and why StreamYard broadcasts it. Hey, Joe Dog, I got to talk to you. I missed the first part of the StreamYard seminar. By the way, if any of you use StreamYard, I do recommend Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. The founders of StreamYard have a half-hour show where they wheel out the brand new stuff coming up, and I'm always intrigued. I missed the new stuff. I did sit in on a couple of the seminars, and it's going to probably change how we do things around here. I like what they're saying, and I like what Ted Davies Artistry is saying. He says, see ya drinking with the Davies tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, back to the USSR. You don't know where you are, boys. Back into the USSR with the right Russian. Okay, comrades, get mixing with Ted and Chris. I'm going to be there. That's going to be a lot of fun. And let's see, we just had a comment dump. Yay. It means the show's working and Brian's behind. Be sure to sign up for the Killing Fields Part 2 featuring the RPG Quick Play and Issue 1 Remaster from Luke Stone Studio. And shameless promotion, dude, have you learned nothing? That is the language of which we speak. That is the coin of the realm. So the shamelesser, the better the promotion. Luke, always a pleasure to see you. Gotta catch up with you sometime, man. I've been ignoring you too long. I'm sorry. And Brian Rodman, good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. 'Tis the day of yays, my friend. Let us dust off the gloomy doom-dooms of the week and enter the land of blessed weekend. Lead us on, oh man with a fez. Follow me. I'm the Pied Piper. I'm the Pied Piper of your weekend. Please come and join me. I'm going to have a good weekend. I really am. We're looking at, for those of you who don't follow the automotive industry, right now there's a part shortage, specifically chips that go into the car that run the computer systems and all. And it didn't help that, one, COVID is preventing a lot of shipments from reaching the U.S. in a timely manner. And it doesn't help that one of the plants that made the chip burned down. I think I think it's in Germany, I think. But anyway, so Cookie has a 2-week layoff. Now we're in good shape. We're going to be fine. We may miss a day of Nevermind the Furthermore, not this coming week, but the week after, because I'm going to be doing some traveling. But it's going to be fun. We're going to work around the house. We're going to get a lot of books done. I'm planning on getting a story out by early next week to someone. And we're just going to make the most of hanging out together. So anyway, we are looking forward to a good weekend. Hope you are too. And Brian Rodman was incredible last night, as was Eric Hawkins and Clyde Hall on Comic Book Spectrum. If you like comic books, well, you know what? So do we, and we show it. We also talked about the smelliest comics we own. As well as we just had a whole lot of fun and had some serious things discussed. So please join us. Please join us. We're good on the rerun too. And hello, Keisha from Kathy Jackson. Mwah. Good morning, everyone. A huge happy birthday to Teal Shively. My evil Lynn is having a birthday today. I've got to wish her happiest best of the day from not just the Nevermorians, but the from Eternia as well. Teal Shively is a great author and a dear friend. Please check her out. She is awesome. And check out Kathy Jackson. She has a brand new book out written on his heart, I believe, or written on her heart. Get them both. Seriously, it's 2 different books. And she's available on, or actually her books are, Kathy's married. She's not available on Amazon, but her books are. So please check them out today, immediately even. And yes, don't miss the 40 seconds of Joe Dog's return before he's banned again. That's right. If you quit running those science shows, by God, you might have a career in this sort of thing. And Carl says hello to Ted. Back in the cereal box, John B. Pike, glad to see you. Hey there, friends and foes. Hey there, fella. Hey there, hi there, ho there. And check him out. Check out Back in the cereal box every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, where John and his cohorts talk about pop culture, and they eat sugar-laden cereal to prepare you for the most important meal of the day, that is breakfast. So anyway, good to see you, John. JohnPica.com. Check out all this man does. And Carl Ted. It's a lot different than when Elaine May and Mike Nichols did it 60 years ago. Anyway, will we have a green room? Does the Dark Pope and bears poop in the woods? We've been meaning to have a discussion with you about that, Carl. Don't live cast it. Anyway, no, then I will endeavor my best to be there. Like I said, right now I'm weak. I am weak as a kid. I'm ramping up, and I've got coffee brewing downstairs, and don't think I'm not going for it if I get a break here. But I'll probably be huffing and puffing when I get back. But yeah, I'm having a reaction to it. But you know what that means? It means the vaccine is working, and I'm going to be coming to you Monday. Did you? Was I the only one who saw Bloodshot, the movie with Vin Diesel? Great movie. The problem was they released this thing right when the theaters were starting to close down in 2020. So it's a fantastic movie, and I'm a Bloodshot fan from way back. And in fact, that was my first book, was The Coldest Warrior. And there might be some news on that front, by the way, real soon. But anyway, I saw the movie and I was knocked out by it. I thought it was fantastic. It was a great movie. It deserved a lot better reception than it got. But I tell people I'm going to be coming back on Monday with bone white skin and a great big glowing red dot in the middle of my chest. So, and I'll be able to control electronics from 20 feet and self-repair immediately. It'll be great. But yeah, the COVID vaccine is working. I'm not in danger of passing out or anything, but I'm probably going to have a nap once I get off the air. Anyway, Brian Rodman says, also, I did find out that the spinoff of Phantom Star Killer, the comic I reviewed last night on Comic Book Spectrum, or as we call it, CBS, is indeed the continuing story. So it looks like they're just putting out different number ones to continue a story instead of continuing issues under multiple issues. I don't know. Sounds manipulative to me. Well, we could talk. That might be a good thing to talk about next week, Brian. But in the comic market, a lot of people for decades now have been conditioned to believe that your number one book is going to be like the one that sends your kid to college. To everyone who invested heavily in Krull #1 from Marvel back in the day, I'm sorry. And the problem was my boss at the time bought into that too. So we bought like number ones of all this useless crap. And I'm like, you got to cut back. You're just tying up inventory that we're not going to sell for decades. Oh no, we need that for later when it becomes worth $1 million. Oh no, it won't. But anyway, and I was right. I missed a few, but sometimes number twos were actually worth more than number one. G.I. Joe, a real American hero from Marvel, number two is actually, at least at one point, was worth more than number one because everyone ordered the number one, but nobody ordered number two. And then people thought, hey, this is a great comic. I got to keep reading it. And it was this like sheer drop off of the number of copies available. So anyway, yeah, that does sound manipulative to me. Well, in fact, when we had a pull list, we had cards like all DC number ones, all Image number ones, all Marvel number ones. And it's like, okay, you want it, you got it. But yeah, that does sound manipulative, especially when they're not telling you, like in the body of the book, where the next story is going to be. That just sounds, it sounds like it's a cash grab. I mean, it may be a good story and all, but it does sound rather cash grabby. Back in the cereal box, however, says today and tomorrow, John is at ICC Con in Nashville, Tennessee, with the Legion of Impossibilists. Dale Memphis is hosting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, with some of the best cosplayers in the country. Heart of Cosplay. That is going to be a good show. Please check it out. It's going to be fun. And good luck at your show, John. Seriously, let us know on Monday how it went. I really want to hear. And we have a show, not this weekend, but the following weekend, the 23rd and 24th, we will be at Big River Comic Con. Please check out their website and check out their page on Facebook. We're going to have a whole bunch of great people, including Amy Hale will be there. The Eric Hawkins will be joining us. I will be there as a special guest, and all kinds of cool people. So please, Tom Fowler, who's a former animator for various studios, is going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please come see us. We will love to be talking to you, and we will be taking proper precautions. I will be wearing a face shield, and we will have hand sanitizer at our table. So buy a lot of stuff. I'll be drinking hand sanitizer all weekend long. And likes given on all 4 channels. Joe Dog McKeel, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you so much. And please sign up for Joe Dog's YouTube page too, because he's awesome. He does a great show. He really does. And I love Armchair Rocket Science. I really do. And missing 3 days from work has meant I'm progressing on one of this year's projects. We'll see. There you go. Cookie's made some forward progression on her creative stuff too. And plus, like I said, she did a cover for me that I'm like, ooh, I got to get that back into print, which gives you a clue as to what it may be. And Carly liked and shared. Share shaming again. Good for you, girl. That is the only kind of shaming that is encouraged. It should be. Anyway, thank you, Carly. Thank you so much. And keep me posted on the non-con thing. All right, we want to help. And TGIF to the Frosty Freaktastic Fez, man. Thank you, Bill Sarden. And all of the friendly Friday-morians, count your blessings. They're free of charge. Well, that's a good thing because actually they're priceless. Thank you, Bill Sarn, for being here. Appreciate you, man. And Rick Bradley, good to see you, superstar. And check out last Tuesday's Clever Title Pending because Rick Bradley was our celebrity guest. And this week, this Tuesday, will be Ted Sikora of a fantastic new comic book called Bloom. It's really something different. I'm really enjoying it, and I think you'll enjoy meeting him too. But anyway, Rick Bradley says, I'm there with you, Molly. My sinus is drained all night, and my voice is gone this morning. And my job is talking on the phone. Should be an interesting day. That's when you need one of those AIs, that like Speechalo or something, that you type it in and, it's like, hello, how can I help you with your problem? I am here because I care. Can you not tell from my voice? I think it'll work out. Rick, your employers will thank you. And Bill Sarden, hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Bill. We got her for the next 2 weeks after today. So Joe Dog McKeel says, I felt lately like a Scandinavian trapped in an American's body. Try not to judge. I was born this way. Oh my God! It's like, what if Bjork and Madonna had a kid? It'd be Bjorn this way. I like this. And Philip Thompson, good to see you. Good morning. Finally have my book on Amazon, and I love it. If you leave a review, please check that out. Please check out Philip's book. He's been working on it a super long time, and it looks really good, Philip. I'm really proud of you, man. And Brian Robin, if you haven't already, head on over to the Dastardly Dingoes website and check out the amazing interview with the Nevermorian's own Jeffrey Hayes. That was a great interview. Plus, we've shared it, the link on our profile page. Please check it out. Dastardly Dingoes is a great podcast. A lot of fun. Bill Sarn says, I can't even click on the link to your show or on your personal Facebook page, Brian. I have to go to the Rising Tide Facebook page. Yeah, there's something going on with my Facebook page. I don't know if I'm being blocked there by Facebook or what, because Facebook, of course, won't tell me. Yeah, I found out I had they took down one of my posts from September. I never got notification of it. So I have no idea. So we may just stop sharing this on my page. Because let me check this. I'm looking at my page here, and hold on a second here. Come on. And this is okay, this is crazy. This is not loading properly. Yeah, that's freaky. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, definitely go to the Rising Tide broadcast page or the Rising Tide publications page or Kathy Jackson's books. And please give those pages a like. Scott Crocker says, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be there Saturday because my dad is getting married on Saturday and I have no idea what I'm doing outside the wedding itself and some of the reception. Well, then you could broadcast from the reception, except you might get a copyright claim on the music if there's any. But to be fair, my dad was like, I know you'll just want to bounce at some point. So I hooked up a Bluetooth receiver to the mixing board, but still, I don't know what he actually wants me to do. Well, why tell you, right? I mean, it's, it's crazy. So yeah, that's, my page is not loading very well, on this computer. I'm going to try something here. Pardon me, folks, while I fiddle with things. Shut up, Christian. And we'll see if this loads any better. All right, we'll kill that page and go to here. And Philip has a link to his Amazon Pet Treats book. Please check that out. He's been working hard on it, and he deserves your love. And back in the Cereal Box, we are looking for an animator to help us make an animated opening for our Saturday live show. If y'all know anyone, please check it out. William Quinton, good to see you this morning, sir. Hope you are well. Please check out 47 Furious Tales on Indiegogo, I believe it is. Put in a link, William. Please put in a link so we can check it out. It's a great, great book. It really is. And we just had a comment dump. Yes. What is that you say? It's this. Well, let's get to it. It is this. So anyway, we celebrate the comment dump, and we are trying to catch up now. But yeah, I don't know, says Skunk Crocker, if I'll be on Stupid O'Clock Saturday at 11, but you should be to watch the antics of Joe Dog and friends. Well, we will miss you, sir. Maybe I'll just hang out and be as skunk-like as possible so that I'll be your stunt double. That's it. And Joe Bachman says, good morning, Nevermorians. Finally have some time during the day to actually join in. We're glad you're here, Joe. Hope your weekend's looking good for you, sir. Glad to see you. And hey, Joe Bachman, says Carl Witzman. And Joe Dog McKeel says they will send you a link next week for the StreamYard Summit. You need to watch the second guest. The dude was channeling the great BKM. Oh, that poor man. That poor man. Yeah, but I saw a couple of, I saw two of the segments there, and that was just so much to see. I was so excited, and I do want to catch this one. I was having trouble finding the email that had the link to it in my inbox, but I finally found it, and I came in about halfway through one of the marketing things that I wanted to see, and I just picked up so much there. I'm like, and I'm going to start incorporating a lot of it. So we're going to change the format just a little here and see what we can do to make it just a little more amazing and a little more immediate. So let's see what we got here. Let's okay, yeah, it's still, and okay, and it looks like I am starting to I did some work, and I think I may be getting StreamYard comments. Yes, I am. Excellent. Jerome Connor, always a pleasure to see you, sir. Good morning from New England. It is, and accumulating. My prayers to you. My prayers to your Jerome. Anyway, check out Jerome. Jerome, please give us some links. Give us some plugs here. We are a power strip this morning, so fill it with your plugs, all right? Currently here, not to rub it in. This just shows you how, up the weather is in America right now. New England's getting... but we are looking at low 60s, although this morning it was like upper 30s for the first time in a while. So anyway, stay tuned for more weather alerts from this channel. And William Quinton said, Brian, I read your quote about 47 Furious Tales on a Twitch stream I was on last night. Thanks for that. Hey, anything I can do to help, man, because that's a good book. Please put in a link to that. And there's currently, I think, an Indiegogo, but anyway, please put in that link if you would, William. It is great. It is based on the legend of the 47 Ronin, but it's told from an anthropomorphic point of view. The art is gorgeous. It is really great art. And William says it's his first comic book. I think he's lying through his teeth because that's a very polished story that he's presenting. And the printing on that is like, if you like high quality printing, this is great stuff. It really is. I'm very proud of you, William. It's super good material. Jerome Connor says, join us on Saturday morning cartoons, 9 a.m. on the Hanging with Web Show TV YouTube channel. We are interviewing the legendary cartoon writer Buzz Dixon, writer of G.I. Joe, Thundar, and many more. I'm a fan of Buzz Dixon's work. I will have to check that out if I'm here. I will. Thank you for that, Jerome. And John B. Pica watching on both YouTube and Facebook. Thank you, John. Appreciate it, man. Regarding Joseph Vinson, band Back of the Cereal Box got dinged for sexual content for one of the girls' outfits. Well, I spent a lot of money on Facebook ads, and I appealed, and lo and behold, less than an hour later, the video was restored. Moral, if you spend money with Facebook, you have privilege. That shouldn't come as any sort of surprise. This is my astonished look, John. Okay. Anyway, I'm not surprised in the least. Maybe Joe Dog, maybe we need to spend money on Facebook advertising. Actually, I'm thinking about doing that to promote this show because I'm so very proud of the work we're doing here. Especially Comic Book Spectrum and Clever Tile Pending, that I'd like to see some more action on here. So we'll see what happens. But John, that's a good moral to have. Money talks and walks, right? Anyway, glad you got it straightened out, John. Seriously. Joe Dog McKeel, if you don't want to shout woo at the rise in also Spake Zarathustra, I am not sure we can be friends. Just saying. I agree with you. I agree. My favorite version of that, though, is by Martin Mull. We know him now more or less as an actor, but he started out as a musician. Skunk Rocker's just perked up, I can tell. And the first thing I ever heard from him, he was on the old Dick Cavett show on ABC late nights, and he played the 2001 polka. And he comes out there and he plays wonderful guitar, and he starts da 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 da, and then you hear the guy comes out with a tuba playing do 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 do, and he does a polka version of it before Weird Al. It was great stuff. And here's a little bit of trivia, Skunk, that you can write down. The keyboard player for Martin Mull and his Fabulous Furniture, that was the name of his group. The keyboard player of the group was Greg Hawkes, who later went on to become the keyboard player of the Cars, and lately has been performing with Todd Rundgren. So there you go. Anyway, Carl Wisdom says, it's never too early to say hashtag feed cookie don't die. That's true. We've got a little time on that. And Skunk Rocker says, I'm sorry, I completely disagree with that comment. The most important meal of the day is lunch. Well, it depends on what time you get up. Some people's lunch may be other people's breakfast. So, and I can eat breakfast any time of the day. Nightreich, John B. Pica's brand new book is available right now on Amazon.com for only $2.99. So get it, love it, and leave a review. That helps so much. It really does. Please leave a review when you buy one of our books. And Skunk Cracker says, I was pretty sure the Dark Pope pooped in the liquor tent. No, he got pooped and passed out. That could be it. But Skunk, you weren't supposed to tell, says Carl Witzman. Oh, special dispensation is needed here. And a cleanup on aisle 5. Jerome Connor says, did the vaccine give you superpowers or a third eye? No third eye, at least none that I can see. Superpowers were, I think my power is to be super fatigued, and to feel like I'm having some sort of heart issue. But no, the thing is, I'm hearing that the symptom, people that do have a reaction, tend to have it, and they feel pretty poorly. Right now, I feel a lot better than I thought I would. I was really concerned I would feel like flu, which nobody wants. Nobody got time for flu, and I was concerned with that. But just feeling periodic numbness, which is at my age is not a good thing to feel in your left arm. But periodic numbness and fatigue. I'm getting that right now, but otherwise I feel fine. It's going a lot better than I thought. And like I said, I'm about to become a 5G high Wi-Fi spot, so I'm looking forward to that. And the gentle interior caress of the government nanite trackers inside me now makes me feel secure. Okay, and they are reading my thoughts very clearly. And Bloodshot was an interesting movie, says John Pica. Maybe I need to do a review on the audio podcast. Seriously. That was one of those movies where I think they held up to the spirit of the comic book. For those of you who don't know, Bloodshot is a comic. It's been out a couple times from a smaller company called Valiant Comics. It was originally formed by Jim Shooter, who was like the third longest editor-in-chief at Marvel Comics during the heyday of like John Byrne, Frank Miller, Chris Claremont, etc. And the story is that there is an arms dealer, shall we call it, called Project Rising Spirit, that creates the ultimate soldier. He can repair himself if injured. He can control electronics within eyeshot. He can also even disguise his features temporarily. And he is just a one-man killing machine. But the thing is, in order to motivate him, they have wiped his memory clean and constantly, it's kind of like Total Recall, where they feed him fake memories to give him the impetus to the motivation to accomplish his Wetworks missions. And then one day he finds out he's got multiple memories, and he doesn't know which one is real, and he doesn't know which one is actually his. Because he might think he's a soldier. Then the next, he might think he's a mob hitman. Then another, he may think he's just like some poor schmo soldier, some private or something. So it's different. So he's more or less on the run from Project Rising Spirit while finding other super encounters of his own. It's very, very well written series. It's a wonderful series, and probably my favorite Valiant comic. So please check out that movie. Vin Diesel did a super job. When I heard he was being cast as Bloodshot, I'm like, okay, the search is over. We've got the man. Jerome Connor said, the vaccine okay, or do we have to force it on the Deadpool? Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I have to have a near-death experience for my superpowers to kick in. So I'm loading up on radioactive spiders, and we're going to have a gamma bomb blow up in the backyard. Can't have both my parents killed. That's out, but we may blow up my home planet just to make sure that I get something here. I'm not leaving. I'm not feeling this way and not getting something for it. I'm telling you. And I'm getting a haircut today, says the Skunk Crocker, but I don't know what style I should go for. Brian Knobs, Kiefer Sutherland, or Garth Brooks. There's so many good mullets to choose from. Except that the party just isn't in the back with you, Skunk. You are the party, dude. So I think it'd be good. Of course, you can always, you know what I'm saying? Solar panel for a sex machine. Jobby Baika says, Brian Rodman sold me on Phantom Star Killer. I like that marketing campaign. Yeah, I think you just need be a little more transparent about it. Because he couldn't figure out, there was that spin-off series, but he couldn't figure out, is that the next step in the comic progression as far as story? Or is this, or is there going to be an issue too? There needed to be more transparency. I mean, Brian had done his research last night, and it took him like overnight to get the information he needed. And go for Joe Dirt. There we go. There's a mullet. There's a mullet of the gods for you. And Joe Dog McKeel says, "Oh, the Pfizer vaccine changed me. I did a wonderful impression of Reagan McNeil for a bit. I like pea soup. Just not with one owner." And the Skullcracker says, "I already have that one. That's why I'm getting a haircut." Ah, okay. And Carl mocks us with his laughter. John B. Pica says you can get those bagged Death of Superman issues in the quarter bin today. I know. That's the one thing I tell people about. The great investment of comics. The old stuff, yeah, that's still a good investment. But the thing is, in the heyday of Valiant in the 90s, I sold a Harbinger issue number 1 with coupon for about $150 in mint condition. I had it replaced 10 years later for 25 cents, and it still was in mint condition, and it had the coupon inside. So anyway, settle down, Beavis. This is Skunk Rocker. Yes. Fire. Anyway, Brian Robbins says, John B. Pike, I'm totally going to buy the next one. It's a fun story, and it's not really a hill I'm dying on. Just sounds like a cash grab. Yeah, like I said, I think they need to be more transparent because that would aid their marketing. Because now I'm wondering, are they in the comic publishing business to sell merch on the side, or are they a merch selling business that's using a comic book to promote themselves, kind of like a G.I. Joe or Transformers in the 90s or 80s, right? And Detective 27 is worth more than number 1. The same goes with Amazing Stories 15. It says Jerome Connor. It's true. For those of you who don't know, Detective 27 is the first appearance of Batman by Bill Finger and Bob Kane, and Amazing Stories number 15 is the first appearance of Spider-Man by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. And also, it reminds me, Jerome, I'm a big fan of the Elseworld series by DC. Michael Uslan, who's the producer of the Batman films, who came up with actually the very first accredited comic book course at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana, back in the 70s. I got to meet him back in the day. But anyway, he wrote an Elseworld called Detective 27, where Bruce Wayne, his parents are brutally murdered when he's a child. So he spends the rest of his life improving his mind and body so he can become a Pinkerton agent. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant book. If you can find that, I definitely recommend that. And also Amazing Story, Amazing Fantasy, Amazing Fantasy 15. That was it. The first 14 were pretty good too. Really good stuff. And Skunk, shock us all and go for the Witzman. There we go. That's where you have all your hair moved from up here to down here on your face. And it's a good thing. And shaved head. Reminds me I need to shave today, says Carl Witzman. I did mine yesterday. Fortunately, it's like my hair doesn't grow. Never has really grown quickly. Ever. It's not just my advancing declining years, but I could really get away shaving every other day, if that. After about 2.5 days, then it starts to show a little, although not always on the air, because here's a pro tip, folks. When your hair comes in this color, it doesn't always show up. Thank God we don't have high def here. Anyway, Scott Crocker says, I know if I say what I'm actually thinking right now, Joe Dog, that YouTube will block my comment. Just know that it uses a different word for donkey and the biting thereof. Oh, I speak innuendo clearly, Mr. Skunk. I am. That's funny. That's great. And back in the Zero Box says, we'll be live streaming on our Facebook page from ICC Con on Saturday. No fan left behind. It gets hot there. They need a lot of fans. Anyway, hashtag from Carl Witzman. Hashtag don't wreck Skunk. Call me Carl. Yeah, seriously, please be safe, Skunk. Rick Bradley says, I remember when I worked at the pawn shop, we would have people bring the Death of Superman in and expected a ton of money. I'm like, nope. He came right back, and the value of this comic wouldn't pay for the paper it's printed on. Yeah, there was a wannabe comic shop where I was living in Champaign that they decided they were going to go into business, and I think they lasted barely a year. And I got this call one day. I didn't have an unlisted number at the time, and I got this call one day, and they're like, "Well, we've got 20 boxes you can buy." I'm like, "What have you got?" And they said, "Well, we've got 7 cases alone of the Adventures of Superman number 500." That was the one where Superman came back from the dead formally. And I said, dude, I've got two long boxes of that myself. Well, you'll have 9. I'm like, no, I won't. It's like, you'd be better off recycling that stuff than to sell it. And he's like, well, this is going to be worth a lot of money someday. And I said, it's not worth a lot of money right now. And it's still not worth a lot of money. That was the and this was the regular newsstand edition, not the white bagged one. So and everybody's like, what the hell are you people talking about? Skunk Rocker says, if I ever shave my head completely bald, I will no longer be Skunk. You can just call me Zippy the Pinhead. Are we having fun yet? Oh, yeah. And he continues, I'm serious, by the way. If I shave my head, it looks awful because I know I used to shave my head when I was in high school. Oh, that was not the thing when I was in high school back in the 70s. I remember we had one friend who shaved his head, and the whole school was like, so it was interesting. And Eric Hawkins, who's always interesting. Good morning, sir. Hope you're having a great morning. Good to see you. He was fantastic last night on Comic Book Spectrum. Please check it out. And how'd you do on your drawing thing, Eric? And the Eric Hawkins has arrived, says his herald, Carl Witzman. And Molly Daniels says, came across something interesting. I found an essay written in high school. Anyone remember the Plastic Man Comedy Hour on Saturday morning cartoons? Baby Plaz and was it Hula Hula, which is probably as welcome a racial stereotype as a early Chop Chop from the Blackhawks. or any number of these other characters. Yeah, I do remember that. That was I like the Plastic Man stuff, but everything around him was terrible. Cool. What I would love to see what that essay was about. That's cool, Molly. I love it. And Joe Dog McKeel says, I don't mind crashing for the night, but doing it in the hallway and skidding halfway to the kitchen on your face is going to hurt in the morning. It's going to hurt right now if you're still conscious. And the League of Impossibilists, please sign up for that YouTube channel and also their Patreon page. Says at ICC Con, John Pica will be in the booth working on the next pages of the further adventures of the League of Impossibilists webcomic live art. You can watch art being made before your very eyes. Very cool. Hey, let us, seriously, John, I'd love to know, please give us a report on Monday how the convention went. Because like I said, I've got mine the 23rd and 24th at Big River Comic Con, and looking forward to people being there. We'd really, if you're in the area, please come see us. We'd really love to say hello to you and to sell you books. And Ted Davies, please follow my new book, Kickstarter Grim 101, which launches Sunday, April 25th. Thank you in advance. Please check that out, because you can sign up. And I ring the little bell. I dinged it myself. I'm going to get notification of when that goes live so that I can help promote it with my support. And even $1 will help. But go to that and please ring the advance notice so that when it comes out, you can be among the first to get aboard that book. And then you make your pledge and you're done. You just wait for Ted to rake in the rest of the money. And Carl Wilson says, you'll find out what you did in Facebook in about 4 years, Brian. Yeah, that's it. It's not like they tell me that I've done anything wrong. Back in the cereal box is liked on all 5 accounts on YouTube and shared. So take that, Joe Dog. Thank you. So back to the cereal box. You are awesome. I appreciate it. And 5? Yeah. Go to johnpica.com. John's got a lot of YouTube channels. I'm not that ambitious yet. The Skunk Rocker says, I'm pretty sure that what's going on is that the Zuckerberg monster is freaking out right now because he's about to lose billions of dollars when the EU sues his pants off. That will be intriguing. I'm looking forward to that. I like a good legal battle. Especially with people that have it coming. And there he is, Matt Shore. Matt, you were fantastic on Amy Hale's special show the other night. You did a good job, sir. And good morning, Nevermorians. Happy Friday, and be sure to reserve your copy of the latest zombified Moby Dick comic on Kickstarter. Please check it out. Moby Dick, Back from the Deep, issue number 4. Please check it out, Matt. That looks great. That looks like a super, super cool book. Very good. Please check that out, all right, because Matt's a good guy. And Ryan Permisson, happy Friday, Nevermorians. How are you? How are you, Ryan? Check out the latest episode of the podcast, Talking Movies, on Anchor FM, episode 94. Check out all 94. You'll become a far wealthier person where it counts inside your soul. And back in the cereal boxes, and we are still looking for board game reviewers and cryptid fanatics to host the big bowl of board games and cryptid crunch. Well, unfortunately, Nick Tockert is not a cryptid, and bless his horned little head, he would know. And Ryan Permisson says, join us Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern for, and I quote, with special guest, award-winning sci-fi author Dan Wells. Check it out on YouTube. That's a great show. Ryan does a super job, and I'm going to be on the show, I believe, in June. And you're going to see some other familiar faces, so please check it out. And while you're there, subscribe to the channel today for great nerdy content at Nerd Culture Channel on YouTube. It is, Ryan just puts out so many great shows. He is so good. I am jealous as heck, but also creative as hail. Amy Hale says, if you missed last night's creative as hail, you missed a great show. Pot and Kettle is amazingly talented, and we showed some of her music videos last night. Oh yeah, Amy just turned me on to Pot and Kettle. That's great music. Please check it out. I'm going to be watching that today, Amy. Sorry, our show ran long last night. I think we got to get that back down to 90 minutes or so. But anyway, please check out Amy's show. Please watch that show. It's always fantastic. Amy and John do a super job. Back in the cereal box says, and on our Facebook page, we are running public domain Saturday morning cartoons before our Saturday live stream show. That sounds like fun. Well done, John B. Pico. Well done. And we publicly announced that she's writing a song for Jane of My Shadows trilogy, says Amy Hale. Yes, check out the Shadows trilogy on Amazon. Check out all of Amy Hale's great books. You'll be glad. Also, check out AuthorAmyHale.com, Author Amy Hale on Facebook, and Amy Hale's Angels on Facebook. You will be enriched greatly for it. Ryan Permisson says, we are raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention for our campus walk. Every little bit helps, and you can donate at this address, afsp.donordrive.com, and check it out, and please support Ryan. And Ryan, thank you so much for volunteering to bring awareness of a very serious problem. Thank you very much, sir. And Carl Wisman says, Pot and Kettle, we're on fire. Really, literally, now I've got to watch that show. And Ryan Permisson says, summer reading recommendations. Send him links to your books via DM. John B. Pica, hit Ryan up with a link to your book. Everyone, send him stuff, all right? He's going to read it. And sign up for Amy Hale's newsletter. You should, too, at www.AuthorAmyHale.com. Very good, Ryan. Very good indeed. Jerome Connor, who I met Ryan at the same time I met Jerome. And watching on the cell phone, hard to switch and copy links. I know. That's why you should always take your computer with you. And once you get the COVID shot, you're a Wi-Fi walking, talking Wi-Fi center, right? And Joe Dog give Facebook money after this, says Joe Dog McKeel. Yeah, Joe Dog, I can see where you're not a motivated buyer on this one. I totes get it. And Ryan Permisson, sign up for sci-fi authors Cindy Kep's newsletter today at ckoepp.com. Also check out her latest novel, Animal Eye. And she's also, if you're on her Patreon page, also CKOEPP, you will get an advanced look at the Animal Eye comic book that will be funding very soon. So please check it out. And good morning to Christian illusionist Jake Lindsay. Hi, my friend. I just found out Amazon sells Gospel Magic now. I already spent $800. You've invested $800 because that's your act, my friend. And thank you so much, Ryan Permisson. As it says in the crawl here, I appreciate all your shares and all your likes and loves. I do appreciate it. So please, if you're watching, if you like anything you see in here, and even just for a nanosecond, if we bring you a nanoseconds of pleasure, please like this video on Facebook. Please share it on Facebook so people can see the cool people you hang out with. Also, please, if you're watching us on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up. And also, please ring that little bell and receive notifications when you subscribe, because we've got all kinds of great content coming up to you. The Skunk Rocker says, if you're going to be my stunt double, you're going to need to buy a 6-pack of PBR or something. I'm more the type to get Arrogant Bastard Ale, like a 40 ounce bottle of that, because I like that stuff. Oh, and speaking of stuff I like, there's Cookie.
For the delay.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Didn't even think about it.
You were busy. I didn't want to remind you. Greatly appreciated, darling.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate it. Pardon us, we want to be alone for a little bit. As I slurp like an old man drinking soup, which I'm an old man, so it kind of works out. So anyway, I'll give me some PBR, and because I've got to see if I can do Skunk Rocker's role on on Stupid O'Clock as well as he does mine. Skunk is the only person I've seen that can keep up on the comments, and even then I'm falling behind. Ryan Permisson says, check out the great artwork of Bill Sarn. It's Sarnart 76, the artwork of Bill Sarn, where everything old is new again. And speaking of new again, there's Brian Rodman. I've started working on the Nebulizer #1, Hosannas to the Heavens. Keep a sharp eye on social media tonight. I'll be posting the first promo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What's it about, Brian? You knew my request. The Nebulizer is about a chronic asthmatic and his feisty AI-controlled nebulizer suit as they fight through a post-apocalyptic world filled with allergen mutants. It's Bubble Boy meets Mad Max. Head on over to brianrodman.com and sign up for sneak peeks. It's a great, great thing. I'm looking forward to that book so much. And Bloodshot is a cool movie. Thank you, Carleen. It really is. It's actually a very intelligent film. Something that you can't say about a lot of action films. But Vin Diesel's, oh my God, Vin Diesel's so good in this. And the casting is perfect up and down the row. Some really terrific performances. And Joe Dong McKeel says, I think I'll be spending the rest of the day locked in my office. Just gave my wife her mail from AARP. She is younger than me. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of like that's a sign you're getting old. You start getting the AARP stuff. I don't belong to that. I didn't find, at least the things I go for, I didn't get like any sort of real savings from it. And I have to say, I don't align with them politically on a lot of issues. So I just like, okay, you guys have fun without me. So anyway, let's see. And Christian Lewis and Shake Lindsay, did you see that Android phone's got a really big update? No, I haven't checked with my phone this morning. So I just like, yep, it's a phone. And then off I went. And the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, it's about time you got here, Christian. Things were far too sedate and settled. Arise, Friday Morris monster, arise! Answer that call from far beyond, where a person ensures their candid motives to persuade you to extend this wizardry. Call warranty to be extended on you. I get those all the time. You know, it's like, you can extend your warranty on your car. My car is 21 Yeah, my car is 20 years old. I drive a Saturn S series. There ain't no warranty on that thing. We're driving that thing till the wheels fall off. And then we're just going to leave it where it is and let the trash man pick it up. But no, I like my little car. It's intimate. It's intimate. It's small. It's a fine car. It starts, it stops, and it's paid for. So, yeah, we get a lot of those too. Yeah, a lot of them. Rick Bradley says, I'm waiting to watch Bloodshot. It's on my list. And seriously, Rick, you'll enjoy it. It's a really, really good film. And Molly Daniels says, same here, Rick. Drinking Delsin and Tussin and popping Hall's cough drops and Mucinex. Oh, thank you for sharing. There's a picture for you. Molly Daniels drinking cough syrup out of a paper bag. And sorry, it was gone for a few. Doctor called for pre-registration. Wow, you have to register your eyes? Are they like dangerous weapons or something? What? And is there a 7-day waiting period? Scott Crocker says, that reminds me of what Red Foreman said. If the U.S. government wants to put a tracking device up your butt, you say thank you and God bless America. That's right. That's right. Any right-thinking American knows that. Moving on, Rick Bradley says, speaking of books and stuff, go check out my Amazon author page at R. Bradley at that bit.ly address there. And you can grab copies. Just seize them where it hurts the most. Of the Nightmare Collective, Marvin's Night Out, Tales of the Weird and Strange, and the award-winning Pulp Reality #1. Pulp Reality #2 is on its way to through the production process. It's going to be great, and I'm looking forward to that book coming out, Something Fierce. And it is an award-winning book. It really is. I'm actually part of a decent award. I like one of my own one day, but I don't go for awards. I have my BS award for not killing a director. That's good enough for me. And Amy Hale really enjoyed last night's show. Amy doesn't know how to do a bad creative as Hale's show, a proud part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. It's gold. It is good stuff. She's terrific. And Amazing Fantasy 15 was Spidey's first appearance, not stories, even though it definitely was an amazing story. Rick Bradley, you're absolutely right. And something that people don't know was that Stan Lee had this idea for the Spider-Man strip. But his publisher, Martin Goodman, said, well, for one thing, they had circumstances in the 50s forced them to use a comic book distributor that was owned by the man who owned DC Comics. And this was a major competition. So they said, well, you can only do like 12 books a month. So figure it out, dole it out right. And so faced with this dilemma, and also the fact that the publisher said, I'm not going to give this its own comic because, one, we've only got 12 books a month we can put out, and two, nobody likes spiders. People are afraid of spiders. You're not going to sell any copies of this. And so what Stan did was Amazing Fantasy 15 was going to be the last issue. It was a very good of science fiction and horror tales with an O. Henry kind of twist at the end, but it wasn't selling very well. So this was going to be its last issue. So Stan said, can I just, Steve's drawing the Amazing Fantasy book. Can I just have Steve Ditko and my story in the last issue? And Goodman said, yeah, put it in the last issue. It'll be fine. So they did. And that issue sold like gangbusters. And so very soon they had to create the Amazing Spider-Man #1. But that's the story behind Amazing Fantasy 15. Brian Rodman says, if you're tired of multiple #1s and 257 variant covers, then head on over to brianrodman.com and get caught up on the 6 issues of Memoirs of an Angel that we have in our shop, with the 7th completed and going out to backers right now. And what is Memoirs of an Angel? I'm so glad you asked. It is a horror fantasy comic book series about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a broken witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's like Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist. It's a good book. I've read the early issues. I pledged during Rick's latest Kickstarter, and I'm going to get all 7 issues in ebook form. But Rick, when we meet at Imaginarium, you better bring a set of 7 for me, because I want the physicals too. And Amy, you'll want them also. Please come see us. And Amy Hill says, thanks, Molly. Well, thank you both. And do you want to meet at some point out of all of them? That's a good question. That's an interesting question, Jake. And this is going to be a terrible answer. I want to talk to Judas. Judas has got a tale to tell. But we don't want to get into that right now because I got to catch up with the comments. After 33 years of marriage, says Joe Dog McKeel, every time I look at my wife, I get butterflies in my stomach and a lump in my throat. Some say it's love. I know it's fear. I got one just like her at home. And yeah, the fearing cookie has kept me alive for 30 years, which, by the way, we are coming up on our 30th anniversary in June. And we will be engaging in much hoopla when it happens, because actually a lot of people who are old fans of the show will know that when we got married, our friends formed a betting pool. All bets were off after 6 months. They didn't think our marriage would last 6 months. They thought that she would kill me and she'd be serving in some women's prison in Illinois. So, and I have to say, that's the bet I'd have taken. So anyway, John B. Pica says, the white bag Death of Superman, one of local comic shops have several long boxes full of that, and they give them away for free comic book day, and they can barely get people to take them for free. And that's a shame, because there is a good story in there. There is a really good story in there. But it's one of those things, you see, when the Death of Superman happened in the 90s, it was this confluence of things, like CNN reported on. It was a very slow news day when DC Comics put out the press release, yes, we're killing Superman. Now, unlike people who've been at this a while, like John Pike or Brian Rahman or Eric Hawkins or myself, we're like, yeah, he's dead. He'll be back, But everyone who heard that Superman was dying thought, oh my God, this is historic. They're killing off their major character. They're killing off the company, the comic that they named the company after for a while. Superman National Comics, for a while. Anyway, they said, they thought it was going to be this great cash grab. And so I remember the night that came out in Champaign, it was nuts. It was crazy time in any comic shop. There were people trying to get in to buy just one copy of this thing because they thought this was going to buy a car in 2 weeks, sort of thing. Now you can buy it for pocket change. But then they released, about a year and a half, 2 years later, the comic where Superman was brought back from the dead. It was an excellent story. But people invested in it like they should have bought up the previous one. And my point of view is that once you find out about the trend is over. Okay. So, uh, a lot of people were buying that book that probably shouldn't have. And I see that our internet signal is weakening. We can't do a thing about that, and we'll just bear it out, okay? And the Captain Eric Hawkins says Ted Davies. Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of titles. He's gonna have more titles than Marvel Comics does in any given month. Our dear beloved Eric Hawkins. We'll just put that title on him too. And Molly Dale says my comic on Plastic Man was, I think it's kind of dumb, but I still watch it. That was true of a lot of Saturday morning suffer lovers, because if you love superheroes, Saturday morning was the only place you could find any of them, except in rerun, like reruns of the old George Reeves series or everything. First couple of years of Super Friends were painful to watch. Now, it got really good as the show progressed, but there were some great cartoons in the late 60s from Filmation of Superman, Superboy, Aquaman, the Justice League of America, The Flash, some Green Lantern, some really good thing. Aquaman, that's where people learned to love Aquaman. And they had a number of those episodes that were written by the comic writers themselves, like George Cashton, and I think Bob Haney wrote some stuff, who wrote like about 75% of the run on Brave and the Bold. So yeah, I remember that was a dumb show. I could barely watch it. I just found it really, and it's my usual thing with a lot of shows at that time. I find the main character fascinating. The supporting characters drive me up the wall, and I don't want to watch it. John B. Pica says, well, I went to Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, and it was packed, and everyone was carrying bags. Excellent. I spoke to one vendor, and they said it was the biggest turnout they've ever had. People are hungry for shows right now, so please come see us. And again, shows are, for the most part, going to be adhering to COVID protocols. So, and especially as more of us get the vaccine, and my arm is starting to get a little tender now. So anyway, and let's see, here we go. And let's see, we've got, let's put that there. And we're blocking the user. We don't want to hear about that sort of thing. And Joe Dog McKeel said, time for a few motivational posts. Follow your dreams, except for that one where you're naked in public. I don't think anyone is ready for that. I'm glad you told me that in time, Joe. Seriously. And John B. Pica says, and actually, Joe McKeel, I have 7 YouTube channels, but only 5 are active. I have actually got 2. But I only use one of them because I know my limitations. So, in which there are many. So anyway, let's see. And we are going to get rid of that and get rid of that. And there we go. Molly Daniels says, my board games were Sorry, Aggravation. I remember that one. Clue, Monopoly Life, and Trivial Pursuit. Oh, yeah. There's one we've got. It's based on a web comic called Order of the Stick. It's kind of like a funny D&D adventure where all the characters are stick figures, and you actually play as that character and get the limitations and advantages of that character. It's good stuff. And Joe Dog McKeel says, famous last words, at least I have chicken. There we go. And Brian Rodman, deep in the woods, the lady of blue, come further in, she waits for you. She'll sicken your mind, make crooked your talk, take full control of wherever you walk. So be on your guard and watch your back for the lady of blue, whose soul is black. Just a little teaser of things to come in Memoirs of an Angel. Check that book out. It is so good. It'll make you happy. And Molly Daniel says, I also had the Star Wars board game, but I think it was thrown away. Bad parents. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of great toys before we moved to Virginia when I was a teenager, or before I was a teenager, actually. But no, I had become a teenager by then. But my father gave away like 90% of my comic collection and some toys to a total stranger that came to the door. She was asking about something, and my dad said, hey, would you like some comics and some toys? And he loaded up her car with my stuff. So anyway, I don't know. Oh, Jake, you have just earned the ire of Amy Hale. By the way, my nephew is hooked with Baby Shark right now. It is really catchy. Don't say that too close to Amy Hale. She'll go ballistic on you. We did not endear ourselves at non-con last year because Cookie's grinning like a Cheshire cat about to disappear. We, on the first official day of non-con 5, Cookie and I stopped at Walmart for a few supplies, and we saw we'd been picking up stuff, Baby Shark stuff for Amy because Amy does not like that song one bit. And now it's probably stuck in 75% of your heads right now, and I do apologize. But anyway, we found Baby Shark macaroni and cheese in a box, just like the blue stuff. And we're both like, she's going to kill us. She is so freaking going to kill us. So we bought it, and we gave it to her at the show, and I keep asking her now, was that the best mac and cheese you've ever had? Wasn't that the best mac and cheese you ever? And she fails to smile when I do that. Chubby Pica says, I wish I could get Jake to stop investing in his shows. Tricks do not make you a great magician. People care about you, not your tricks. And stop buying from Amazon. You are killing the local brick and mortar magic shops. Yep, John, there's how many are there? Some people don't have one that's local is one thing. Now, I agree. You should support the brick and mortar places. When I lived in Champaign, we had a great one, but it just closed recently. It couldn't survive the COVID. Beautiful place called Dallas and Company, and Andy Dallas was a longtime professional magician and a great human being. If you ever seen, you've seen me at the shows, John, and you know that, like here at home, I wear the green bow tie, but when I'm out in the field, I wear a rainbow bow tie, and that's where I picked it up. And they had a beautiful magic thing, and they also had like that flash paper and everything, and that stuff, you put the stuff on your fingertips, and you do that, and then poof, great place. I loved it. I'm in a beautiful building. I'm just sorry it had to go out of business, but a lot of people just aren't near a brick and mortar place. Now maybe it might be good if any of them did mail order. Now what if, Jake, you ought to consider, I know it's easy to order off of Amazon, but what if you could find a brick and mortar place that does mail order? Just a thought. Then I think everybody is supported then. And the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 8 p.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. I am going to try here. It seems Facebook is not happy with my podding, and I haven't even begun to plug. I know Facebook has not been kind to my page recently, and I probably won't find out for 2 years what I did wrong. So anyway, that's why I'm promoting it's not a ploy to get everyone to subscribe to the Rising Tide Publications page or the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page or Kathy Jackson's books. I'll confess it's a plot, or my YouTube channel. But please, if this keeps up, I'm going to just stop running it on my personal page, And the Ninja Genko says, oh, sounds great. It is great, Ninja. How are you this morning? I hope you're doing well. And ooh, cool, skunk. Yeah. But who am I? I was only an IBM Gold Medal finalist and International Magic Champion, and I've written a few books about it, but don't listen to me. Love you, Jake. You're right, John. What credentials do you have? I mean, come on, get with it, man. Show some accomplishment in this life, will you? John, I love you, man. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, I have been getting AARP since I turned 20. Wow. It's like, do they know something you don't? Like your parents have been lying to you about the first 30 years of your life. And the Ninja Genko says, Vin Diesel is the new age Von Damme, except Vin Diesel can act. Vin Diesel is a terrific actor. I really think so. I mean, who else could do Baby Groot? He's fun. I love him. And he plays D&D. So I love Vin Diesel. All right. Molly Daniels said that would be great. And just as awesome, says the Ninja Genko. I think Vin Diesel is awesomer. I really do. But we will agree to disagree. Van Damme has his moments, though. I will agree. Van Damme has his moments. Historical Fencing Guild says, so that Android update is why my phone has been deucedly bizarre. I'm going to have to check mine and see if I got that update and spend all weekend fixing it. Anyway, how many nannies does it take to change a light bulb? None. Light bulbs don't wear diapers. Silly people, and tricks are for kids. And Molly Daniel says, we used to fight over who would be Miss Scarlet, then I decided yellow was my favorite color and was always Colonel Mustard. There we go. See, peace can be maintained if we just talk it out. And Historical Fencing Guild says, Brian, there's no award that sums up your awesomeness to be valid. Not to be valid. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really don't go for awards. I really don't. Especially awards that make me pay to play. I'm really against those. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you too, Nick Tockert. You are the best. And stop calling Brian the name Rick. It's confusing. Mostly to Brian. Anyway, Eric, thank you. And yeah, okay, this is a funny joke. Judas was just hanging around afterwards. That's true. That's true. But I think he's got a story to tell that we don't know about. And that's a conversation for another time. And Brian Robin, he's confusing us again, says Rick Bradley. That just means we were both some handsome bearded men. Yeah, that's it. I'm the only clean shaven one in the whole group, except, Skunk I know is clean shaven, and he's a sexy, sexy man. And I am a toad. But anyway, and bada boom. Yes, definitely, Joe Dog. Thank you. And Cindy Kemp is here. Yay! Mwah! Happy Fri-YAY. How in the world are y'all? We are wonderful and waiting for you to tell us about CKOAPP.com, where people can sign up for your amazing newsletter that's going to be out in 9 days. It's going to be fantastic, as always, as is Cindy. And please check her out on Amazon because we love her. And Ted Davies, have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Brian, for all you do, brother. And First Shot is kicking my nap time, but see you on Drinking with the Davies tonight at 6 p.m. Same here, Ted. I am I assure you this burst of energy is a facade. I so want to put my head down on the keyboard and cry myself to sleep. Seriously, and I can tell the ibuprofen is wearing off. The numbness is starting again. It's like in my left arm. No, it's not a heart attack or anything, I'm sure. But yeah, we are monitoring the situation. And Outlived Superman, that's me on Smashwords. I'm up and away with that, and up on all the trends is me on Amazon. Thank you, Cindy Cap. I love you, CKOEPP.com. And the Historical Fantasy Guild said, I remember just being gut punched by the news that when the death of Superman was on the news. Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of the civilians, as I call them, had no idea that, in the mainstream comics universe, heaven doesn't have pearly gates. It's a revolving door. Only Uncle Ben has remained dead. Because what was it? Or Laura, I think. Laura Jor-El. Jor-El came back like 3 years ago in the pages of Superman comics. And by the way, please check out our review last night where I take up my position as DC shill and review a brand new fun comic book called Challenge of the Super Sons. It's about John Kent, the son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, and Damian Wayne, the son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul. And it is like a Hope and Crosby road movie, but with superpowers. It's a great read. It is fantastic, and it does a lot of cool name dropping. Rick Bradley says, you think with the success of Spider-Man that more companies would be willing to try something new. Stan and Steve had nothing holding them back, and since there was no more Amazing Fantasy, they just did whatever came to them, almost like creative juices flowed without any obstructions. Yeah, that's it. And it's one of those things. They're putting this comic in a comic that's going to be canceled. Nothing to lose, and just glad to get the work out. So, yeah. The problem is, I think a lot of companies, the bigger they get, the more risk averse they become, and they only want things that they know will sell. That's why there's like 50x. There's 50 mutant titles for Marvel. That's why there's like 20 dozen Star Wars titles, not just from Marvel, but they've licensed the younger reader version to IDW. It's like you want to hedge your bets the bigger you get. And when you have a company like AT&T owning Warner's, which in turn owns DC Comics, they've got a multi-billion-dollar debt that they've got to whittle down, and they're not looking to roll the dice very much. I love Plastic Man, but it doesn't hold up so well. The cartoon doesn't, but the original stuff by Jack Cole and later issues by Mickey Spillane hold up really, really well. In fact, I was rereading there was a 10-issue run in the 60s by Arnold Drake that was really good. Arnold Drake was really underrated. He co-created the Doom Patrol, okay? And then there was a 70s version by Steve Skates and Ramona Fradon that was just, it was total magic. But there's there's been some sinkers. It was also a really good 4-issue miniseries by Phil Folio and Doug Rice, or Hilary Bartow, rather. That was fantastic. It was great. And Cindy Kemp says, you should keep an eye on lycanthropes, just like Amanda Talker does on Amazon. She is awesome. And Swords, Axes, and Big Stompy Robots on Amazon from Mr. Nicholas Anthony Talkard right there. And the Skunk Rocker was blocked? How did we block the Skunk Rocker? We did not block the Skunk Rocker. Hold on here. Hold on. Let me find you. That's crazy. Or did you block yourself, Skunk? Or if you're still here, I am going to investigate that. I did block somebody who was putting up some very tasteless stuff here. And, dude, we got to find you, man. I don't know what happened. We will find you, man. Anyway, I will save you, man. I'll bring you back. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Let's get back to where we are. Okay, there we go. Skunk Rocker's blocked. I don't understand that. I'm getting a message that the Skunk Rocker blocked. We did not block Skunk Rocker. What the hell? We'll fix that, Skunk. I promise. If you can hear me, man, we are not going to block you. And check out artist Roll Cruz. Even more of his art will be coming soon in Animal Eye issue 1 from Cindy Kep. Please check it. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, Order the Sick is a great comic. It is. And I have never played Clue. Well, we've got to fix that, Nick Talkard. I don't own a copy. Oh, I think I do own a copy, but it's like Simpsons or something like that. And Omaha QuadCon Comic and Toy Show, April 17th and 18th. I'll be there with plenty of books, dragons, birds, Martians, and Matt Ostrom's and Bill Sarn's art. Lots of other artists and vendors will be there too. Looking forward to that, Cindy. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I refuse to eat it. It's evil macaroni, says Amy Hale. So it's on a pedestal up with your Funko Pops is what you're saying, right? I understand. And Nick Talker's not winning any friends. Poor Amy Hale, do. Amy Hale, do. There's your theme song for Creative as Hale. We're on to something here. Cindy Cap says Nightright coming out soon or is out already from John Pica. Check it out on Amazon and 7th Star Press. And the brick and mortar shops are closed in my area and Magician Mentor sells on Amazon. Okay, that's cool. And the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, check it out on YouTube every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. On YouTube and on Facebook. It is awesome. And 300 brick and mortar magic shops with their specific online dealers like Penguin or Hocus Pocus that have brick and mortar. Okay. Well, then you guys need to get together and find some places. But if he's buying from his mentor online, I understand that. Jake is one of the most famous brick and mortars near him, the Haynes House of Cards. Well, it depends on how easy it is to get to, though, sometimes. Cindy Cap says also has a new book out or about to have another book out, and that's Amy Hale. She does. She has a brand new psychological thriller. Please check it out. And Cindy Cap also with a book just out or about to be is Michaela Jade, part of her Warrior's Secret. Please check that out. It's so cool. John B. Pica, I didn't know you wore that fancy. Well done, sir. Well done. And what the hell? All of Skunk's messages have been deleted on YouTube. I did not delete him. I did take care of one other person that was putting some crap up on here, but I will investigate. Joe Dog, please let him know. If he can't hear me, let him know I'm going to investigate that. We will get him back here. I don't know what the heck's going on. And Cindy Gibbs is very poetic on Amazon. Teresa Dunn, please check it out. And Jake, Jake, we're not going to get into a fight about who's better, okay? We'll leave the comment up, but I'm not going to get involved in that, all right? And I saw that now all of our clue references make no sense. Well, we need more clues. And what the hell? That is weird. Yeah, I blocked one person, but it was not Joe Dog. CromCon is coming soon. I even get to play on Sunday for a pre-launch party for Animal Eyes, the Syndicate. That's awesome. And Nick Talkard got the AARP mail when he was 20 because cryptids age differently. I mean, he's not a cryptid. Oh, we all know he's not a cryptid. Oh, no. And the Historical Fencing Guild gets to show off his work with the latest Hybrids campaign. I'm looking forward to that, Luke. And let's see what I can do to help, all right? Rick Bradley, I once threw a boomerang. I'm in a constant state of fear. That's right. And public service announcement from Carl Witzman. If your Android acts weird after the update, go to Play Store and update the web services. It's an update to that update. Oh, God, that sounds confusing. And there we go. And let's see. And Brian Rahman says, if you call me Rick, that's fine. I answer to anything. Rick, Brian, Captain Sexy Beard. I've heard them all. I'm sure you have, young man. I'm sure you have. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, Luke is right. I got to see his cover. The Hybrids RPG is going to be iconic. I am so looking forward to that. Man, that's going to be so much fun. And that being said, says Carl Whitman, have a great day, everyone. Feed Cookie, don't die. Thank you, Carl. We'll see you tonight in the green room, I hope. And yep, headline Las Vegas. I had my own off-Broadway show, national tours, 2 years at the prestigious House of Cards in Nashville, but I retired and left that behind after surviving COVID. Well, see, there you go, John. You've done nothing with your life. Not one damn thing. So anyway, but you have time. You have time to make something of yourself. And being on this show is probably a big step up for you, I'm sure. Anyway, Molly Daniels. Lots of love, John. And Molly Daniels, all my contacts disappeared the other day. Daughter showed me how to get them back. Think my new smartphone is smarter than I am. Yeah, I'm sure mine is. That's for sure. Historical Fencing Guild says, thank you, Luke, and huge thanks to Beth for her proofreading. And this Tuesday, Neurosis will be available in ebook and hopefully paperback from Amy Hale. Please check that out. It's going to be great. And Cindy Cap says, oh, I just got here and I'm on a break already. Don't forget to tip your host. Thank you. And hashtag bring cookie home. Catch the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 7 p.m. Central, then back of the cereal box tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central. Y'all have fun, stay safe, and watch out for people weirder than I am. That would be me, Cindy. You are a paragon of normalcy, I am sure, at least by comparison. Anyway, Cindy, mwah. Good luck at your show, and keep us posted, okay? And let's see, here we go. John B. Pica says, yeah, talking about the Plastic Man cartoon. Yeah, that was painful to watch, though. I'm sorry. And Molly Daniels, Amy Hill, why do I have to wait until September to see you? Was going to try to come to Hannibal, but work scheduled me. Wonder how long I can milk the laryngitis. Just go in today and can't talk. I think they've got medicine in Hannibal, Missouri. So, and want me to undo it? Joe Dog, if you know how to undo the thing for Skunk, please do. Please do. Did I make you an admin here? But yeah, something happened. I don't think it was me. I really don't. But yeah, if you can undo that, please do. Amy Hell says, Molly, I want you to feel better, but maybe you'll have a relapse that weekend. Yeah, that is possibly true. And Eric Hawkins does do the laying on of hands. You could say, we're going for, like a miracle cure or something. And Christian Illusionist Jake Lindsay says, Haynes is closed right now. Well, tell them to open up. You got stuff to buy. And Historical Fencing Guild says, Luke, please share the link to where folks can preview issue 7. My YouTube is bringing up weird issues. Yeah, especially this morning. And she's riding on the edge, says Brian Rodman. Hurry on over to CKOEPP.com and see what Cindy Cap has in store for you. So many original stories to choose from, and she's about to launch her new comic. That's exciting. And she just previewed it on her Patreon page. So please look for CKOEPP on patreon.com. And please give her some support. And Skunk Rocker, thank God you're back. Thank you, Joe Dog. So thank you. Hey, this is a test to see if Brian can see my comments, because apparently I got blocked somehow. Skunk, like I said, I did not do it. There was somebody I did block that we don't put up with that crap. But you, we love. We love you, Skunk, and I'm sorry for any kerfluffles. And thank you, Joe Dog, for fixing it. Sincerely. And my apologies, Skunk. I sincerely apologize for that. And welcome back, Skunk, from Molly Daniels. Yes, and I undid Skunk Brian. I don't know how it happened. I really don't. I'm hoping it's nothing I did. But anyway, the Historical Fencing Guild says, I keep getting bizarre icons asking if I want to report or block people, which I should be able to do on your video, hopping off my phone as it is apparently possessed. It could be that update from another world on the Android app. So that's something we've got to have an exorcism on our phones today. And you're back, Skunk and Joe Dog. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I appreciate author Kathy Jackson. Mwah! You are all amazing. I love hearing the conversation as I work with my youngest son. Hi, son. Have a great day, everyone. Feel free to post anytime at Kathy Jackson's Books. And she's hugging you, and I'm hugging Kathy back because she gives good hugs. Anyway, Kathy, thank you. Mwah. Thank you for hosting our party here, and hope you have a great weekend. Give my love to the family and Matthew and everybody there. And Brian Rodman, another amazing show, my friend. Well, thank you, Brian. Thank you for being on an amazing show last night, Comic Book Spectrum. You were fantastic. And you know what? So was I. Anyway, take care of yourself today as you rest up from shot part 2. This time it's personal. Go feed Cookie and go back to bed. Will I make it? That's the issue. And hashtag bring cookie home. Hashtag sniff comics. Ooh yeah. Check out our show last night where we were going for the most odiferous ones, and we reviewed a few that just plain stunk. But anyway, hashtag lick a spine. Hashtag moon Australian cow. Just for you, Brian. Just for you. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That was for you, Brian. Brian Rodman. Nothing but love. Mwah, for BrianRodman.com. Check out Memoirs of an Angel and coming soon the Nebulizer because he's awesome. And yes, you made me an admin before HoloCon. Yes, good thinking on my part. But thank you again, Joe. Thank you so much, man. And Molly Daniels said, I once lost my voice for 3 entire weeks. Think my boss will keep me on? Can you do things in ASL? That's my question. And Scott Cracker says, well, I don't. Let's see. Oh, we just had a comment dump. Okay, anyway. Well, I don't whatever. I'm really like this actually just put me in a mood, so I'm just going to the point. Well, the point is you're back, brother. And you can comment to your heart's content. And thank you to Joe Dog for bringing it back. I have no idea what happened. And just goes to show I talk too much, says Molly Daniels. Nonsense. You have a lot to say, darling. And here we go. Okay, here we go. Now, I will put this up. I would, but the owner's father is in bad shape right now, and I don't just buy magic on Amazon. I buy DVDs, books, and posters. I buy only from Dwayne. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And Joe Dog McKeel says, speaking of HoloCon, great info on the website later today, including memberships and room rates. I got to get on that. And Eric Hawkins got in trouble with HR for his laying on of hands. But he makes so many friends that way. That's the thing. And okay, trying to switch boxes, see if this works. Oh. Hope it works. And Joe Dog McKeel says, Brian licks spine, Joe Dogs feels Reagan coming back. And yes, my mother does sew smelly socks and heck. But anyway, we're all caught up. Yay. Oh, man. The room's spinning. Anyway. Oh, this morning kerfluffle. Oh, but anyway, thank you all for being here. And it's 11:30. So we at Eastern time. So we can, Cookie is like, ooh, I might get food today. But anyway, we are going to have a leisurely weekend with any luck. At least I'm going to have a leisurely today. I promise you that. But thank you for putting up with me for the last hour and a half. Thank you for to Joe Dog for fixing whatever the hell happened. I did not do it to Skunk. I never would. Skunk is awesome. We love you, Skunk. And Luke Stone Studios got to run. See you all later. Luke, have a great weekend. And caught up. Guess it's that time. Hashtag don't die. Go feed Cookie. Yes, I will. I will feed my woman. That's how I got her. Feed my woman. And here we go. Molly Daniels says, Clue reference. Skunk once saw a European version of Clue with 9 players and extra rooms. That could be. And have a good day, Brian. I will, Nick, if you do first. And hope you have a great weekend, Nick. Looking forward to the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube, where things should be. Rick Radley, everyone take care and stay creative. Brian, get rest, my friend. I will. Thank you, Rick. And again, thank you all for putting up with a moderately energetic episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Just to remind everyone for the weekend here on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And we're going to get to that card here right there. Please check it out. And please take a screen capture if you would. Because we've got entertainment and information 7 days a week from not just me. Oh, heavens, no, just not me. A whole group of great people and really creative content creators. I'm so proud to be a part of this group. Please like our page, Rising Tide Broadcast Network on Facebook. And please subscribe to all the shows that you see on this list on YouTube and on Facebook, because it helps us with the evil algorithms. And tonight will be an exceptional night because at 6 o'clock, we're going to be drinking with the Davies, where Ted and Chrissy Davies are going to be mixing up White Russians. That's going to be exciting. And we'll have a progress report on their limoncello. Then 7 p.m. will be Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles about her creative journey and how you can use her information to elevate your game in the creative field. Then at 8 p.m., the one, the only Nick Tockert is going to be hosting the Historical Fencing Guild. It's going to be a fun time. As always, Nick knows how to put on a great show about combat and bladed weaponry. It's a great resource for artists and writers alike on how to do this right. Then tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central is Stupid O'Clock. And don't forget to stay tuned for the Stupid After Show 2 hours later. Also, check out John B. Pica Saturday morning at 9, back of the Zero Box. Check out all the links that you've seen on this show for all of your friends like Jerome Connor and Ryan Permisson. And I quote at noon. And Jerome has his own show. Please check it out. He's got a great show. And don't forget, Sunday night, we wrap up your broadcast week with Comics, Chaos, and Sass with the lovely and amazing Heather Ellen. And we hope you'll find a show you love and clutch it to your bosom as if it is your own, because it is. And also, thank you very much to our Patreon subscribers who have made this show grow and prosper. It looks as slick as it does despite the host. And it's due to these wonderful people and their generosity. Please check all out their Patreon pages as well. But if you want to find out what you can get for a modest monthly subscription, please go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris and check it out. We've got Works in Progress, a special blog that is unique only to these guys and gals, and a whole bunch of other things that we try to put in some goodies here and there. So anyway, that's what we've got going, and that's I want to thank everyone. And we've got 3 more comments. Let's check them out. And Bill Sarden says, have a great weekend, everyone. Via con dias amigos. Hey, have a great weekend yourself, my friend. And Molly Daniel says, have a great weekend, everyone. I should have my current project finished by Sunday. Excellent. If not earlier, depends on how well I can read my grandmother's handwriting as I type her poetry. And hey, I'll be able to watch Michaela's show tonight. Woot! Yes, and you don't have to say a word. It will just be magical. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you to the Rising Tide Broadcasting Network for powering the show. Thank you. Please go to risingtide.pub. Sign up for my free monthly newsletter. And we do not give your contact information to anyone, so that no spam because of us. We have unique videos and secret links and all kinds of cool stuff with inspiration, education, and motivation every month on the 1st of every month. The next issue will be out May 1st at 5 p.m.-ish. Please sign up today if you haven't already. We'd love it. And we want to thank again Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers. So check out the work of Jeffrey Hayes, because he does some amazing work at Plasma Fire Graphics. Also, please check out his Facebook page, because he's awesome. And we said so. We endorse him. And that's what we've got for right now. So right now, thank you to everyone for your well wishes. I am going to go pass out for a few hours. And hope you all have a great weekend. Hope you get to spend time with people that care about you. And we are grateful for your ongoing support. We really are. And please check out the links on these pages. And as always, my friends, I implore you, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you Monday morning on Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m. Toodles Parmesan, everyone.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide broadcast network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Go thee to thy rest, O shades. Thou hast served well in life. Now take thy reward.
Reels and Heels is a podcast that discusses movies, television, wrestling, and more. With a rotating guest list of friends and filmmakers alike, Reels and Heels salutes the creative arts of all kinds. Join Brian Wenzeloff and Nicole Jobin live every Saturday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Reels and Heels.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on Days Gone By with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality. Available now from Stormgate Press on Amazon.com. high-flying action. Choose death-defying escapes. Choose spine-tingling thrills. Choose nail-biting intrigue. Now's your chance to choose the adventure. The Captain Hawkland Adventures. Available on Amazon.com. Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.